You know, this YouTube channel of mine has morphed into a bit of a consumer-based channel, really, where I talk about cost of living, what's going in at the shops, and, you know, the obvious things with our roads, the prices, ULEZ, and all the rest of it. That being said, every now and again, I look at my YouTube and you get a list of popular videos, and there's one thing that seems to be dominating the airwaves lately. Is Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. Now, normally I would steer clear of this, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, but I've been thinking about it and I thought, I'm going to say my piece. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing all right. I'm not too bad. Let me know how you are in the comments. Everything's all right with you. Please, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're growing great guns now. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't checked in a while, make sure you still subscribe, because the old algorithm can put you off every now and again. Beside that, like, comment, share, everything else that you do. It's all wonderful. Well, this morning, it's the staple of British television, isn't it? It's been on ITV for donkey's years. Richard and Judy, Phil and Holly, Phil and Fern. It's been there forever, and my wife likes watching it. I can't say I can see the value in it, but hell, each to their own. But there's one thing that's very apparent, is nobody is bigger than the programme. The reputation of the programme, the reputation of the station comes above everything else. And we form opinions, and I've had it to a lesser degree with my channel, where people make assumptions based on what other people say and what's reported to them, and it creates an impression, be it good or bad. Now, if we take Phillip Schofield, for example, my first memories of him were in the broom cupboard with that poor gopher, and he's been in our television screens in part or in full for, well, at least 2 decades, maybe 3 that I know of. Somebody correct me on that. Now, Paz made a very astute observation. There seems to be the same presenters doing all of the programmes. Anton Deck must have about 2 or 3. Phillip Schofield, up until recently, must have been on about everything. Holly as well, and the adverts. And everything within the celebrity world has a shelf life. Eventually, people will get bored and pissed off of it and go elsewhere. Now, celebrities have their private lives too, their own and their relatives, and what they get up to behind closed doors. Every now and again you have the eyes of the world watching you, and this is what has happened with Phillip Schofield. Some skeletons have been rattled out of his closet, and the biggest one being his brother, who's been sent down for, what is it, 12 years? Yes. And he's had to go. There's been layer upon layer upon layer of pressure, backstage arguments, rumours, innuendo, you name it, and he's had to go. It says in the papers he resigned. In my view, he got given the boot. It was basically a case of jump before you're pushed overboard, Phil. Now, going to Holly, I believe that she probably knows a lot more than she's letting on, and some of this knowledge may have led to Phil's downfall. I don't think we've heard the last of that one, to be honest with you. And right now, last time I knew of Philip's whereabouts was in Cornwall with his mother. You know, that's 5 or 6 hours from anywhere and a decent drive. He's taken solace down there. He's gone out the way. I mean, he grew up around that area originally, from what I recall. Now, my firm belief is, and these super injunctions are going to go in July, whether they get renewed or not, I don't know. I believe that there is a very large skeleton in a very small closet that is going to be let out, and I believe the press already have this information and they're waiting and biding their time. You know, the press, they like to sensationalise everything. They like to blow everything out of proportion. That's where, you know, YouTube does good, because we just strip it down to the bare facts and just look at what's going on. And let's face it, there's more important things to do. But I think Phillip Schofield is in a hell of a lot of hot water, both professionally and personally. And also Holly, you know, him or me, if she has any knowledge of any kind of what's going on, and I'm sure unless anything is said or goes on, we'll never find out. I think she needs to go too. I don't know what you think of all this. And as for the future of the programme, very concerning. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It'd be interesting. Maybe we'll have a read through at some other point. Anyway, I'm off, and I'll come back with more important matters soon. Toodaloo.